Fuck.
So, how are you? How have you been?
You're in my house. You're in my fucking house.
What's significant about that?
That I just woke up and I'm confused. No, you're in my house.
You said you were ready.
I thought I would be. I was sleeping.
When you said that, you were asleep?
I said that as I was falling asleep, so it's a little different.
Right now?
No, not right now.
I just asked if you were ready, though.
Oh, no. Yeah, I lied.
Okay.
So what's up?
What else have you lied about recently?
I'm not sure. I just woke up. I thought it was the purge, so we're
Losing
okay.
track of reality, are you?
Yeah.
That's what a weekend like that will do to you, huh?
I suppose, yeah. I lost an entire fucking day in the weekend.
Well, that is what we're here to talk about.
Oh, Christ.
So I'll let you warm up by listening to my tales of woe, because you didn't come to ChowderFest with me.
No, I did not.
You did not. ChowderFest was, oh God.
Was that where you had your bout?
I did have something out there. I don't know much of what it was. So I went to my friend from my boxing class, my guy Theo. He's kind of like here Noah. Oh wait, no, hold on.
What does that mean?
You know how we have like alternate people?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cuz Noah is Noah, right?
I'm pretty sure he's Noah, yeah.
Yeah, but he's not here right now, right?
Right.
So my other friend Theo, he's kind of like here Noah.
Okay.
For me though.
Yeah, but he's yeah.
You get it.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, he's from up in Saratoga, so he invited me to ChowderFest last weekend.
But he's not here, Noah, then.
No, he is.
Okay. Where is he?
Albany. We hang out.
Okay.
We box
All right.
in Albany,
All right.
which is here.
I guess, yeah.
Sort of.
It's there, Noah.
It's my Noah.
Yeah, it's your Noah. But what about Noah?
I guess Noah's our Noah. I don't.
Noah's okay. All right, he's a commie.
He's kind of like a public domain character by this
Shit,
point.
Dude. He's royalty free. Noah. All right,
yeah,
let's
sure.
see how it is. Yeah.
So anyway, Theo invites me up to ChowderFest. You were welcome to come, but you didn't.
Yeah, no.
I knew you wouldn't. I just thought it'd be nice to invite you anyway, though.
Cool. Thanks. Appreciated.
I doubt that. But do you prop up Discord or something?
Yeah, dude.
Why do you have Discord up?
Because I'm waiting to hear back from something.
Okay. We're kind of in the middle of like a show, right?
Yeah, I know. But there's a thing. I'm not gonna answer. I just want to read it.
Okay. All right. Anyway, so we go out there. It's this big. It's as the name implies. It's a fucking bar hop about soup.
Okay. Soup.
Little chowder.
Yeah.
The heaviest of soups.
Okay. That sounds grand.
Little did I know.
Yeah.
There would be no such thing for us.
Okay. So no heavy soup.
No heavy soup.
Okay.
Just heavy drinks.
Okay.
Lots of them.
Fucking Christ.
So, I leave my house at like 1:30 probably. 1:30 on a Saturday, by the way.
All right.
And he's badgering me already. I'm getting texts from him. He's like, "Dude, where are you? It started already. We gotta move.
That's a bit early for. Okay.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's 1 p.m. on a Saturday, dude. I just hopped out the shower. I'm coming up to you. He's like, "All right, grab yourself a couple little sips, so we can pregame."
At 1 p.m.
At
bro?
1 p.m.
Okay. All right.
I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm not in the mood to like argue about it, so I'm just gonna go get some cheapo alcohol. I go to Cumbies, grab myself, a bottle of Miller Lite, and you know those like behind the plexiglass shots of like that cheap whiskey and the Fireball. I get myself two little sips of Southern Comfort. Because I have a breast pocket inside my jacket that I'm wearing. I'm like, I can hide these in here.
It's powerful, yeah.
And I'll feel like a little pimp when I pull two out
Ooh.
with just my knuckles.
Yeah.
And then I'll like display them like they're my little Wolverine
Yeah,
claws.
look like you're ready to incapacitate somebody with drugs.
Yeah. I do this pretty sick thing where I just act like there's always a movie camera on me.
Okay.
So that makes me feel better about trying to consciously do cool things.
Okay.
Like if I ever chip and fall, I like explicitly roll out of the way,
Yeah.
and then I'll get up and like dust myself off like somebody was watching, even if nobody saw it.
Yeah, or break something, you know?
Yeah. that way, if somebody ever is watching me, I'm always trying to like do a cool thing or like be
Everyone's
going
gonna
to
be like, whoa, is he in a movie?
like whenever I like leave a Starbucks or something, even though I know nobody's looking at me, I'll always like wave goodbye behind me without looking back, just in case somebody was watching me out the door.
Okay.
And then they're gonna remember that, right?
Yeah, they will.
So that was my plan with the that was my plan with the little whiskey shot.
Who the fuck are you, bro?
I'm
okay,
epic.
all right, yeah.
I'm fucking epic, dude.
Okay, you're epic.
So
big.
so I grabbed my epic shots of cheap like fucking $1 whiskey. I go up to his house, and nobody's at his fucking house, and he lives up in like a rich county, so he's got a pretty big place, and there's nobody in it but him and his dog, and he's just sitting there in the kitchen, watching lacrosse. He's got a 6-pack of, I think Stella's already, and he's already crushed 2 of them.
1 p.m. All
One-
right.
one-
Well, it's like 2
yeah,
p.m. probably, isn't it?
It's closer to 2, yeah,
Okay.
1:45, 2ish.
Wow.
He's like,
Okay.
he's like, we're waiting on an Uber, so while this Uber's coming, we got to get through as many of these as we can.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm like, okay. I didn't plan on doing anything else for the rest of the weekend, so if this is how it's going to start, this is probably how it's going to end too. So I was in it for the long haul by 2 p.m.
Okay.
We're just talking, catching up, waiting on this Uber. Yeah, I don't know. It was a fun little chill. That could have been the rest of my day, honestly, and it would have been fine. But no, we had some madness afoot.
Jesus Christ.
So we call this, or he calls this Uber. We get in it, and this lady brings us up a racetrack and all that. And there are parades of people out here. And I have no idea why. I've never heard of this event before. Just ChowderFest.
No, I've never heard of it.
There are lines and lines of people outside of every like restaurant or any like non-bar basically. I'm like, all right, well, good thing I'm not hungry. You say chowder, I'm like, all right, soup time. Nope, skipping all that. So we walk for like, I don't know, like a good quarter mile, round down an alley, and we go into a bar at 2:15 p.m. and there's nobody outside, but the inside is packed.
Oh shit!
There's a bunch of people.
That's
And
2:30.
We aren't there to drink. I completely forgot what he. So we're in the middle of a city. Before we go in, I rewind a couple seconds.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of a city. I'm trying to like keep eyes on my guy here, and he's pulling me towards this place, and he's like sort of like half turns around to say things to me. I cannot hear anything.
Okay.
So he's like, "This bar, I work in, I want to." I know
you start a thing and look
and
away.
Look away, and he's like pulling me in. I'm like, all right, fuck. I guess we're here for
Okay.
something. So, we go in. We go to the bathroom. I just have to pee, so I go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's quiet in the bathroom for some reason. There's no music in the bathroom. You can just hear the echo of everybody else outside. So I'm like, why are we here, by the way? And he's like, oh, no reason. I'm like, are we going to have something to drink here? He's like, oh, no, this place sucks. Like, okay, all right. So I take one of my shots, and I'm like, oh, we're in a bar. I'll drink something.
All right. This is where I'd start getting mad. Okay.
I'm kind of just in a go with the flow sort of mood because I have no idea what to expect here.
Yeah.
So I take my shot. We leave. We go around to another bar. This is like a dive bar. There's a bunch of older people in there, or like middle-aged people. Not really people our age.
All right. Mason would love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mason would love it, actually. Yeah, I mean, if he talked to me, he'd be invited to these things, but
He's gone.
he's just gone.
Where is he?
He hung out with us on Saturday at
yeah.
at Malcolm's place, and you said no.
The one day I time traveled through. Yeah.
We'll get there.
Okay. By the way, the thing we're gonna get to, I don't remember most of it. So
You said you had a couple funny stories.
I have a couple
I'll
funnies.
pull some, I'll
Yeah.
pull some funnies out.
all right.
So, we leave this place. We go to this dive bar. Pull all the way through, or no, I stop at an ATM. Take out $40. I'm only going to take out $40. I don't want to go buck wild at this event. I know I'm going to lose this 40 pretty soon, but by the time that's worth an amount of drinks put into me, I'm like, all right, I'm just going to chill out and enjoy the change of mood or atmosphere, whatever the fuck being drunk does to me, right? So I only took out $40. We make it to the corner of the bar. Theo buys me and him a shot of something. I don't know, probably like Jim Beam Stag or something. And we take the shots. We're like, oh, fuck, our boxing coach would love this place. He's like our boxing coach is sort of like you, mildly older than us, but looks like he's like could be our uncle or like our parent.
All right.
So I call him up, and he's notorious for not picking up the phone. But he actually answers. So like we go, holy shit, dude, Ray, you just fucking picked up the phone. That's crazy. You should come to ChowderFest, dude. He's already in a bar in Albany.
Okay.
So he's like trying to say no, and I'm trying to communicate what he's saying to Theo, who's next to me. Because if I put it on speakerphone, he's not going to be able to hear us.
No shot.
So I'm screaming into the phone, and he's not a fan of it. So he just hangs up on me, and I'm like, oh,
yeah, I would too.
Whatever. Yeah, in all fairness, I kind of
someone calling you from a bar is that's some bullshit.
I was also 5 drinks in by that point.
Okay.
It's 2:30.
It's 2:30.
It's
probably like 3-ish.
1 shot, 2 Stellas, and the Southern. Yeah, it's 4 or 5 drinks.
It's a bit too early. There's
a bit too early.
There's no way of feeling good about yourself. At this time.
So, we had that. We did that shot. We called the coach. We got nothing out of it. We're like, all right, time to hop to the next place, I guess.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, what's up?
It's all coming together because I still remember that day. You tried to message the group chat, but you could not type correctly. You couldn't type a single word spelled right. Like
what?
None of them. You started talking about bees and shit, bro.
What?
Right,
I'm sorry, what?
Once you get proper junk in the story, I'll try to dig those up.
Okay, all right. So, fuck, all right, I guess now I have an objective to get to.
Yeah.
So we go to this third bar.
Okay.
And this is one that Theo worked at. So he knows the bartender, and he wants me to meet her because she's like this other girl that goes to our boxing gym. I don't want to describe them. That's not really important. But we get in there, and this place is packed too, like really packed. So on the way towards the bar, at the crowd of people, remember the comedy show I told you I went to last week? Did I tell you about that girl that the comedian was making fun of?
No.
Okay, so the comedian was talking to me like pretty much the whole time, but there was this other girl on the other side of the stage, right? So I'm sitting like if you're picture you're a funny guy, a clown, if you will, staying on stage talking to people. There's some light skinned kid to your left who you're being gay with.
All right.
Anytime he doesn't want to talk to me, he turns and he faces the right, or he'll talk to the center. But if he faces the right, he needs somebody else to talk to.
Okay.
Early in the show, this girl, Stephanie, got up and went to the bathroom, like pretty much like within a minute of him getting on stage. And he had a tizzy about it.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, I see. I guess I'm just that ugly, huh? Yada, yada. He goes on to like try and formulate some joke where he's like asking people in the crowd for a different word. And he's going to try and he's going to try and improv a joke where the punchline is those words that everybody gave him. And, he says, you guys are all going to laugh except for Stephanie. He asked the girl next to her what her name was, except for Stephanie. And then she's going to laugh out on it. It's going to be great.
Yeah, okay.
And then she comes back and he starts grilling her immediately. He's like, oh, welcome back, Stephanie. He didn't ask her name. He asked her friend who was next to her name. So he's like, hello, Stephanie.
And she's like,
how was the bathroom?
He knows me.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, how's the bathroom? And she's like, fine. She's like not really one of the talkative people.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, she's about it. She's like welcome to being talked to, but she's not like publicly confident.
Okay.
You know? So she just got like kind of a whimpery voice. And he's like, what color was the soap, Stephanie?
Okay.
And she's like, I don't know, clear. I wasn't. He's like, she didn't wash her hands, everybody.
Oh no.
No, it was funny. It was funny in the moment. The room was laughing, but me telling the story, it sounds a lot worse.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
But anyway,
he shits on her.
Yeah, he shits on her, and then he shits on her again at the end with the joke from the words everybody gave him. the show was good, but she was the other person being talked to the whole time, right? So I'm on the left, I'm on his left, she's on his right. He would bounce between us anytime he needed to center something back on one of his punchlines or whatever. So I'm tying that into last weekend. I'm going around this bar with Theo to get to this bartender that he wants me to meet. Who do I see before we even get there? But Stephanie and her friend from the show.
Okay.
So I'm like, hey, Theo, I'm going to stay right here. You can see me. Go get these shots. Fuck your friend. I got other people to talk to. So I go over and talk to her, and we're like, oh, funny stuff, crazy stuff. I'm like, So I take a selfie, go through and send it to my mom, who was also there.
Okay. Yeah.
And it was a fun little moment. And then I got a shot of something from Theo, so that makes like 6.
So you're ready.
Like 3 p.m.
Yeah.
So I got that from him, and we talk, and the stuff she said doesn't really matter. It's just funny seeing her there.
Yeah.
And then we dip out of there again, and he's like, all right, nightclub time. And I'm like, nightclub? It's 3:30, buddy.
No.
He's like,
oh no.
No, don't worry, dude. I know this place. So he's like, no, I know this place. It's all good. Don't worry. We're going to go to the 4th floor. Mischief or Kusur?
Mischief Castle!
Nightclub, 3:30 p.m.
Yeah, that's not nighttime yet.
No.
Evening club.
It's not nightclub time yet.
One of them afternoon clubs.
Yeah, one of them.
Okay.
One of the midday clubs.
Okay.
So we go upstairs, probably 3 or 4 floors, to this bar club. I could not tell you where it is.
Okay.
And this is where my day starts getting wonky. So 6 shots in to start.
It's already. Yeah, you're ready.
I'm walking around. I'm out of the sun.
All of them haven't hit you yet.
No, they're not. They're not hitting me yet. I go up the stairs, make it to the bar. I'm in. It's called a nightclub because it's nighttime in there.
Okay.
And all there is just flashing strobe lights and very loud music. It's dark club. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in the Shadow Club.
Shadow Club.
We are in the shadow government right now. So I get to the bar with Theo. I'm like, all right, you paid for the Uber and for the first round. I'll get this next round. So we get. I'm like, oh wait, the UFC's on tonight. I'll get the Conor McGregor whiskey.
Okay.
So I get 2 shots of proper number 12. $20 immediately gone.
It'd be like that.
I'm like, oh, I already paid for it. That's the rounds that I'm paying for. Thanks, Theo. So he get 2 high points. I still don't know what high points are, but I can't even.
Okay.
I'm like, this is liquid.
Yeah, that's how
I'm drinking liquid right now.
It'd be like that. That's when you know you're in fucking trouble.
Yeah, I know. I was in the works. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Time to start playing my funny little games. Alcohol time.
Yeah.
Funny little Jester Cameron time. Mischief time.
This is where this
is where it goes.
Yeah.
So the bar in this place on this floor is like a square. So the bar in this place, there's 4 support pillars running all the way up through all the floors of this building.
Okay.
And the bar is in the middle of it. So there's like a social circle going around it.
So you could make laps around.
You can make laps.
All right.
And then there's like a DJ stand that's like kind of elevated with like a second elevated level behind it and like a ramp sort of deal. So all the lights are coming from over there. And then on the other side, there's a little extra walkway with the bathrooms and stuff. So I'm like, I don't need to use the bathroom, so I'm not going to go talk to any of those bathroom people. But I am going to loop around and stick to the bar just in case. And I'm telling Theo, like, we'll keep eyes on each other, but I'm gonna go try and do. I don't really know what my thing is, but I'm gonna go try and go do something now.
I know that feeling.
You know where it's like I gotta go do something.
Now there's things to be done.
There are things to be done.
I did that at the party.
So I'm bumping into people very slowly going across this bar, right? And I'm scanning the entirety of the floor looking for somebody who looks interesting at all. Yeah. And I'm like, Okay, it's been like 30 seconds. Theo's got to be gone, right? Nope, right there, still behind me. I'm like, shit.
You're trying to lose him.
It's not that I'm trying to lose
No,
him.
you're
it's
trying
just
to
like,
lose him. You're trying to have your own adventure.
I've never really run like a 2-man quest before. So I'm thinking the expectation is like, I'm going to go do me, do you over there. But he usually brings friends out to these little journeys of his. So he's used to just sticking with me, which is fine. So I'm just like, I guess I'll speak out loud all the things that I'm thinking to compile whatever plan I'm going to put. So I get to the corner. I get to one little support pillar. Across the bar, I see a girl who I can't really put her face back together right now, but I know she's my type in the moment. In the moment, she's my type.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, Theo, girl? He's like, yeah, dude.
Whoa.
Theo's bumped.
He's like, yeah.
He bumped
that's
behind.
a woman.
He bumped behind me, and started talking to this other guy. Now I'm stun locked into this cutscene with Theo and these other 2 dudes that he's talking to.
Yeah.
While I'm trying to figure a way out of that and get around the bar, I see 2 other guys come and talk to this girl I just eyed. And the guy she was talking to when I first saw her, he looked a little miffed, and he walked away. And I'm like, oh, this is open season. This is competition. I'm going to win.
Oh, boy. Okay.
I'm going to win.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to these other guys. I turn around. I'm like, Theo, other guy. And the second other guy. See that girl? I'm going to win. I seen 2 or 3 other guys come around talking to her and batting away. I'm going to go over there, and I'm going to do my thing.
You saw a mountain, then you want to.
I saw a mountain I wanted to climb. I teleport over there.
Okay, so yeah, you're already fucked up. Your confidence is peak.
I say that thing to my guys. I teleport over there. I'm staring at her, and I don't know why. I snap.
Oh, no.
I snap my head back. No, she's not like looking at me.
Okay.
She never looks
You're
at me.
just breathing on her.
No. She never looks at me once.
Okay.
I realized that like I kind of just like popped out for the second that I walked over there.
Yeah.
And then I realized, wait, this is not a plan. Not only is it a terrible plan if it would be a plan, it's not a plan at all. I actually don't want to talk to her because I really don't like competing for people or their attention. I just saw like I can fucking screw over another guy that I don't know. and then I'm over here. I'm like, I don't even want to fucking talk to her. So I'm going to keep going. The second I take one step forward, Theo teleports in front of me. He was on the other side of the bar. I have one thought. I turn. He's right in front of me again. I walk into him. Will you shut the fuck up, dude?
My dog's crying. I'm going to give him a bone. You can keep telling the story. I'm just going to give him a bone.
All right, so I go and I bump into him immediately. We talk about something, and I sort of get pulled into this weird orbit of people over by like the DJ ramp area. Your attention seems to be split right now.
No, I'm listening. I'm just reading at the same time.
Okay.
Okay, that's cool.
Put your little earbud back
I
in.
have to say 3 letters. Yeah.
What did Maddie say?
I don't know.
Okay, whatever.
I didn't read it.
All right, cool. So me and Theo kind of move towards the amalgam orbit of people over by the like. So on this side of the bar, I can see now that there's a ramp on the right side wall leading up to both levels, and there's a railing at the lower one. So there's like 2 separate. There's like people looking down and people looking up. So I'm like, I'm gonna move in here. I'm going to keep talking to the people I bump into. I'm going to see where I end up. And then I pop into the wall or like the railing of the lower level. And I've got my arm on the wall pinning a jacket down underneath it. I'm like, why am I holding this?
Yeah.
There's like a 5-foot little blonde girl talking to me being like, will you hold on to my jacket? And I'm like, yes, I will. I totally will. Because you asked me to do it, I'm going to do it.
All right.
And in my head, I'm like, why am I doing this? But the chivalry activates in me. My strict Bushido code goes off.
Pretty sure something like that happened at the party.
And
with
a fair maiden has asked something of me.
I
So I'm going to do it. So this girl, tiny little fucking feisty Chihuahua woman.
Okay.
I don't know, some little Irish little white girl who's can't with no human growth hormone, and like a bunch of her other friends. So I'm trying to just collect info about who's around me. So I start talking to all her friends, gathering all their snaps. I'm like, what am I doing? How am I good at this? Why do I get all these things? I'm like, I got to get out of this. So I turn and I look up, and there's a Hulk above me. There's this big football player looking white boy, not like the fat lineman looking white guy, but like a Gronkowski,
Okay.
just a huge jacked like David and Goliath
Yeah.
guy.
So now you're the little Irish girl.
Now I'm the little Irish.
You're like,
girl.
can you hold my jacket, please?
No, but I'm looking up at him,
Yeah.
and I don't remember how I start talking to him. But me and him are locked into a conversation.
Okay.
There's no in my head. There's no music. There's no people. There's just me and this guy. And he's like scared of something. He's like, dude, I don't think these girls like me, bro. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know
no,
I don't know if I belong here.
You started gassing him up.
I did. I gassed
yeah,
the
let's
fuck
go.
out of him. Dude, I fucking hit him with the mic. Dude, you're like 8 feet tall, and you're built like a mountain, and you're a TikTok white boy. You're going to slay this whole room. You got to make one lap, and I guarantee you'll pull 5 women in this direction. He's like, oh, I believe you. Thanks, dude. We stopped talking. He doesn't move. He just keeps posting up. He was just little like side quest dialogue to talk to.
You should have taken him, being like, you go.
Yeah, I should have. Fuck. And then what happens? Holy shit.
Then you vanished.
I vanished.
This
yeah.
is probably around the time you started messaging the group chat.
Now so
Uh,
I'm gone right after that. And then eventually, at some point, after some indiscriminate amount of time, Theo pulls me and we go back out onto the street. I think we passed through a bar we've already been through, like through a restaurant side of it onto another street. There's like a lower level bar or restaurant or something that like contains the entirety of the lower side of a building. So we just go straight through, and then end up at a 5th bar. And we get in there. I am having a hard time remembering what happens next. I crawl my way over to the bar. I don't buy another drink, but I definitely have one at the bar.
got a drink.
And then I lose Theo.
Oh.
And not like before where I was just kind of just trying to walk away from him. Like I lose him, like he's gone now.
Okay.
So I'm stranded.
Yeah.
I'm in the bar. I have a drink. There's a bunch of guys in front of me, and there's a bunch of girls moving. But there's not guys moving.
Yeah.
There's girls playing pinball with themselves and
Yeah.
other men. Not what I'm used to. I'm used to guys trying to. So I'm like, I got to make the pillars stronger. So I go around gassing up all the guys and being like, oh, you got this. Oh, you're dressed nice. You're suave. You got this.
Hey,
dude.
look at you.
And then I've done that, and then I make it over to the end of the bar by the other door, not the door that I came in, but like I came in from one side and then hit the bar, and then I hit the 90 degrees and went to the other side of the building. This is more like a dive bar. There's some older people there. It mixed in with some of the younger people, but there's some older people there too. And I'm like collecting myself for a little bit, and I'm like, where is my friend? And I check my phone, and I guess at this point I open up a couple messaging apps.
Yeah.
37 missed calls from Theo on Snap.
Ooh. Okay.
I call him back 5 times, no answer.
Oh, no.
I start going to other apps. I think I might have been like, does anybody know where my friend Theo is? I got a text from someone I don't know named Sammy, who's in my phones, in my contact.
Yeah, not Theo.
Who I'm like, do you know where my friend Theo is?
You ask your mom. You start asking family member.
I almost texted my mom.
You asked us something. Maybe that's what it was. It sounded like, can you go? Can you find? Can you come? Something like that.
I was probably trying to like talk to him. And
You kept saying the same sentence over and over, and then it broke down to like letters, like A and E.
Yeah, it really.
And
hit
then
me.
an and symbol, and then question mark.
It really hit me. Yeah.
And then it just devolved. I just saw your brain shutting down.
So
in text form.
Yeah. So I'm gone for that. That's a blackout moment.
Yeah.
And then I time travel. I load into the autosave at the end of the bar, trying to collect myself again after that. I have a new beer in my hand, again, that I know I didn't pay for.
Yeah.
But
I'm too much now.
I'm drinking a beer. There's a woman next to me of some south of the border ethnicity.
Okay.
She's not white. She's not Mediterranean. But she's not black. I know that because I'm talking to her. And she's not Asian because that'd be weird. Like, not because Asians are weird, but because like in this part of upstate New York, it's like, what are you doing here?
What happened?
You know what? You're not from around here. What are you?
You should be in New York City.
No, so she's like, I don't know, Brazilian or Argentine or something. This woman's like, I don't know how I started talking to her, but we're going over she's like explaining all of her woes to me. I come to find out she's like a therapist, but she's using me as a therapist.
Yeah.
So she's like, I'm 26. I don't know if I can still compete in the dating market.
Oh my God.
And then I'm like, I don't think I'm qualified to talk about that. Let's move this to me.
This is depressing, man.
Yeah. So I pop in talking to her, and then we go on for a little bit, and it's kind of like a nice conversation. It's a nice safe spot. It's a nice save point.
Yeah.
She says, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to come back here. We'll keep talking about this. In my head, I'm like, no, you're not. You're going to get distracted on the way there or back, and I'm never going to see you again. But I'm like, yeah, I'll hold down the spot. I'll wait for you. She leaves no drink. She leaves no bag, no jacket or anything. So I know she's gone. But I do not feel like moving after that. Like, it's hitting me. I have new gravity on me.
Okay.
You know, like, you can take some things and they'll make you feel like you got like double jump or like moon gravity.
Yeah. Yeah.
I took too many shots and it gave me fucking encumberment.
Did you start like getting sleepy, like heavy sleepy, or no?
No, I was wide awake.
You were wide awake.
I was wide awake. I was just like stuck.
You were just like heavy right there.
Like I can feel the weight of my body.
Okay. Yeah.
Not like my body is sort of carrying itself the way it's supposed to. I'm now like overriding and having to control this whole robot, and it's heavy.
Yeah, that's when you overdid it.
Yeah, that's definitely where I overdid it. So I'm there. I check my status, hit my autosave. This woman next to me anymore. There's an older guy, and we're talking.
She transitioned. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane, dude. It's funny how fast that can happen. Modern
dude.
technology. So this guy's got or I don't know if I got his attention or he got mine. I'm looking over at him, and a couple of his buddies are behind me, and there's like an older woman with them. And by older, I just mean like fucking late 30s probably, because we're still young people. So this woman she's not even real to me. I cannot fathom what she's doing here.
Okay.
Because she's not staying in place and talking, and she's not doing anything to me. Sometimes she just like bounces between them and then gives me like a mean look in my face. And I'm talking to this guy next to me now, and I've turned around. So now I'm facing the window or the door, and I'm trying to observe what's happening in front of me, and I don't get it. And this guy's talking to me, so I need to switch my focus from looking in front of me to looking and hearing next to me. And when I do that, he's talking about something Irish, or like being Irish or something.
Mm-hmm.
And when I 100% transition my focus to him, I am Conor McGregor.
Oh God, dude. Oh no.
I'm doing the full accent. I'm animated. I'm going 100%. And this guy, he loves it. I don't know if he believes me.
No, he definitely doesn't believe you.
No. He was like, I don't know if Whatever started the conversation about him being Irish or someone being Irish,
Yeah.
he was in it 110%.
Okay.
So he wasn't doing the accent with me, but he's like, another lad. And now we're just like, I'm playing. I'm just being Liam Neeson. I'm being Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
And I'm loud and I'm boisterous. And he's like, you got the spirit of the Fighting Irish in you. You're boisterous. And I'm like, you're damn right I am. And at that point, I'm like, I need to leave.
I'm going to start killing.
I'm going to start car bombing.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And I left because I knew I was getting out of control. Not that I wasn't okay with what I was doing. I have fun pretending to be something I'm not.
Yeah, that's good.
But it just happened automatically and without my control. So I'm like, I got to get outside. I get outside. I just walk through the door and I realize, whoa, I do not know where I am and the sun is down. It was 3:30 p.m.
Oh my God. I forgot that you guys started so fucking early.
It was 3:30 p.m. when we left the nightclub.
Yeah, so now it's like 6 p.m.
Now it's like 6:30ish.
No fucking way. And you're already done. The night's
done.
over.
I am freaking out because
No Theo yet.
no Theo. I realize no Theo.
That is a bad spot.
It's a terrible spot. I check my phone. More missed calls from Theo.
Oh,
I call him
no.
back like 5 times.
Dude, that's...
He's sending me those like 1-letter texts at a time. Of
Okay.
where you are.
Oh, no.
He's sending me those letters and then calling me.
Dude's lagging.
When I'm
All right.
trying to respond, he starts calling me.
He's like,
I call him, he declines because he sees that I'm typing. So we're playing telephone, literally.
Christ. And you're drunk, so this is all too much.
I know it is, but like I'm trying to like rock solid myself back in. I'm trying to put the sword back in the stone and put myself back in command. Like I'm trying to turn autopilot off. I'm taking my jacket off. I'm like, okay, it's cold. It's winter. let the wind hit me. Sluts don't feel cold. I'm done with my slut era.
How
And
many things do I know? It's cold. It's winter. I know these 2 things.
I'm trying to put myself back into my mind. And when I do that, I do it just a little bit, just enough.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. What do I know? I know Theo's gone. It's Saturday. UFC's on tonight. What do I do when UFC's on? I go to Dave & Buster's.
What?
New main quest. Get to Dave & Buster's.
Do you know if there's one?
No.
Okay.
Main problem with main quest.
Yeah.
I don't know where the fuck I am.
Yeah, you're in Saratoga.
No.
Where are you?
My brain tells me, because I haven't been on like a city street pub crawl since we went to visit Noah. My brain says I'm in Oswego.
No you fucking way. No.
I get scared. I'm like, I need to find my way back to campus.
Because it's dark, and you remember it being dark.
Yeah.
Oswego.
Yes. And there's a bunch of people walking around who are not talking to me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I need to find my way back
Oh,
to
God.
Oswego. So I'm walking up and down the street. I run into police officers. Now, normally, this melanated man,
Yeah.
with his sober mind, would see police officers and say, I have nothing to do with this group of people because I am, for the most part, publicly a law-abiding citizen.
And now you're a damsel in distress.
Panic mode Cameron has said, the last bastion of chivalry and honor. I'm going to talk to these people.
They could help you shoot through the crowd so you could get your way, you know?
So I walk up next to the car, next to the police car, which is parked on the street. The only car on the street. There's just a bunch of people walking around. I observe around them, and I see that there is no visible panic. That talk to them. I will not be in trouble for impeding any sort of investigation or criminal handlings, right? So I walk. There's a male cop and a female cop, and I don't fuck with female cops because I think they're pointless. So I go up to the guy, and I'm like, excuse me, sir. Where am I, and what time is it? And he pulls out his phone, and he's like, you are in Saratoga, and it's about 8:15. And I go, okay. I like neither of those things. Thank you, though. And I continue on my way. And he stops me the second I take a step away. He's like, wait, where are you supposed to be? And when are you supposed to be there?
Oh, no. What do you say?
I say, I'm supposed to be at the Dave & Buster's in Crossgates Mall in Albany with my friend Jake to watch the UFC tonight. And that starts at about 10.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, okay. I was awake and aware and cognizant enough, and apparently when I get plastered, I don't slur my words at all. So he had no reason to stop me. He didn't, like, I guess when he asked me another question, it was probably trying to guess if I'm, like, publicly intoxicated or not enough to cause a
he definitely knew
disturbance.
you were drunk. I mean,
He knew that for sure, but, like, was I drunk enough to cause a disturbance?
Yeah.
So when I answered his question well enough in the way that he asked it, I was good to go, basically. So I have this new information, but I'm asked out. I end up, I blink and I'm gone. I'm out again. I'm in another bar, a different place. This place is a sports bar because it has TVs.
Okay.
And I'm like, dude, the fucking UFC. That's all I care about right now is the UFC. My friend, he's dead. I lost him. I don't give a fuck. Where is he? I'm frantically asking people, where can I watch the UFC? No one is helping me. So I'm like, fuck these people. I leave. I bolt. I magically check my phone, end up at a parking lot that looks familiar, and I retrace my steps from earlier in the day. And I try to go backwards, trying to get back to where the Uber dropped us off, thinking that for some reason there'd be another one there. But before I do that, the first corner I turn, what do I find but Theo? And I check my phone when I see him from down the street because he's on his phone texting me. And I round the corner, and I see the white light of Snapchat upon this man's face. And I'm like, that's definitely him. But something looks really wrong. Something looks really wrong.
What is he crying? What's happening?
I walk up to Theo.
Yeah.
I say hi. I try and pull him into an indoors place because it's now about 9.
Yeah.
It's really fucking cold out. I want to be not cold.
Okay.
So
that's a good way to.
I want to go to a place.
Okay.
And he's like, all right, yeah, let's go to a place. So I look up at all the buildings and all the signs that say anything, and I'm looking for one that says bar or tavern or something. So
my story will have to get cut, by the way.
Not all of it.
My story will.
Yours,
I probably
sure,
won't say
yeah,
it.
sure. So I try to pull him into a place. The bouncer says, no, not him. To Theo.
Oh, he just got kicked out.
I guess. So I'm like, all right, it's okay. He's my friend. I'm not going to come in if he can't come in. So we go to the next place. Same thing. Guy says, no, he can't come in like that.
Dude, what?
And I'm like, what? So I turn around, and it's dark. Inside the bar, dim. Outside, not near a streetlight. I can't see anything.
Oh, no.
So I pull him out to the other. We cross the street. I'm looking for a streetlight. I pull him under a streetlight. His face has exploded.
There's blood?
Like, if I didn't know what fighting looked like in its purest
he
form.
got in a fucking fight.
No, he looked like a grenade went off in front of his face.
Jesus.
Like, his lip is torn. His nose is open. Both of his eyebrows are bleeding. He's covered in now dried blood. And various parts of his face are discolored and incongruent.
Jesus Christ.
Lip is split so dramatically that, like, I can't see his teeth and his gums on the other side when I go to inspect his face, but it's a little translucent on the back. Like, he got ripped open. And he's like, nah, man, I just fell. I woke up. I must have fallen. I must have hit my head on the stairs or
No,
something.
he got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, he got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, something happened.
He didn't want to say he lost.
He said the wrong thing.
He didn't want to say he got into a fight and lost.
He said the wrong thing,
because we're boxers. We that's where we know each other from, is we box at the same gym.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to tell me that he lost a fight. This place with the streetlight we're standing under is a pizza place. So I go into the pizza place and I sit down because I'm like, this is not a bar. They don't have a balance. So we go in and sit down, and I'm like, okay, I need to put my head together. What the fuck is going on? I have no clue what the hell's going on. I have no clue what's going on with your face. I don't even know everything that's on me right now, or that I do or don't have. So I go up and I ask for a couple napkins, and I get a couple napkins. Theo gets up, and I don't notice him get up, and he goes and orders like 4 slices of pizza. So I give him some napkins. I clean his face up. I notice this is all dried. This happened hours ago.
Yeah.
This happened like right after I lost him.
Yeah, that's probably why he was texting you and shit.
So
That's probably why he disappeared randomly.
yeah. I pop in again after that. He's not in there. I blinked and I missed him after I gave him the napkins to clean his face up. I turned around, I sat down somewhere. I started pulling out my phone, and I checked my like Google search history because I went to go stream the UFC fights because I'm like, oh fuck, the main card's on like right now. So I checked my Google search history, and it's like, how to pirate Dave and Buster's, how to Dave and Buster's, where can I Dave and Buster's UFC,
Where can I Dave and Buster?
where can I Dave and where do I bust? So
Jesus Christ.
I'm like, oh fuck. All right, so I watched like maybe 2 rounds of one of the fights of the card. And I'm like, oh, shit. And I put my phone away, and I hear, Theo, and 4 slices of pizza appear on the counter. And I'm like, I know, Theo. Those are my slices of pizza. So I eat one, at least. Theo comes back in with like 2 other people our age. They're like 3 other people our age.
Did you eat one of their pizzas?
I ate 3 of the 4 slices
Oh
of pizza.
my God, bro. That's why I got kicked out of the bar.
The people our age, these kids come in, and they sit Theo down, and they're like, you need to stop moving. Dude, your face is fucked up. These people are not as fucked up as we are. One of the guys leaves, and that just leaves this guy and his girlfriend. And they're pretty cool. I'm talking to them for a second. Theo sits down. I give him his pizza. He's like, I don't even want that. He like throws a hissy fit that I gave him his own piece of pizza that he bought. So I eat it.
Oh no!
I've now had all 4 slices of pizza.
God. You fucking asshole! You're such an asshole.
And then my phone dies.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no. And I noticed that these people who brought Theo in have drinks in their hands. They have beer that they brought from a different bar. I'm like, oh, we're not safe right now. I can't rely on anybody else right now. So I'm just trying to ascertain as much information as I can, because a bunch of people it's a pizza place on a city strip on a Saturday night with a bunch of kids coming out of bars right now. So it's popping off. I go and I talk to literally every group of people that looks to be our age when they come in and go out, and I get nothing out of it. So I go and I sit back down, and I realize, oh fuck, the people who brought Theo in are still here. Theo's standing up. Same cops from earlier come in. And there's like 5 of them. They were just gonna eat some pizza, but now they're like, whoa, buddy, you're a mess. To Theo, they're like, you need to go to the hospital immediately. He's like, nah, dude, I just fell. I'm good. Am I bleeding out? He's like ripping his mouth open, his like, lip open. He's like, am I bleeding out right now? And they're like, no, but you got to get cleaned up, and you got to get a couple stitches minimum, and you got to get that fucking nose patched up. So they take him out, and I'm like, they just left my ride.
Yeah.
And my phone is dead. So I'm like,
you gotta stick with them. What the fuck?
No, well, they fucking 4 cops hoisted him out, and he couldn't even say anything to me. So I'm like, shit. What do I do now? All right, I'm full of pizza. So if I walk from, I still think I'm Oswego. I forgot the cop interaction by that point. Yeah. So I'm like, all right. If I walk 190 miles in the freezing cold, those 4 slices of pizza will keep me from starving to death for about 3 days.
No, you'll die.
I was gonna die.
Yeah, you would have died if you started on that track.
But I'm saying this out loud at this fucking booth at this pizza place. The kids across from me are like, "What are you talking about, dude? Are you good?" And I'm like, "I got to make it home, dude." That guy who just got pulled out by those cops to go to the hospital paid for my Uber here. My car is at his house. I have no way to get back to my ride. And he's like, "Where do you live?" Because the first question is like, where do you live? I'm like, I live fucking way down here. My car's up there. I'm out here. I know where my car is, and I'm like 20 minutes from it. I still think I'm in Oswego, and I'm saying like, I don't know how I made it all the way to Oswego, but my car's in Saratoga, and I live in Rensselaer, so I got to get out all the way out. And they're like, "Oh no, dude, you're like you're 20 minutes from the car." So this kid, he's nice enough to be like, "Dude, if you pay me back, I'll get you an Uber. Like I can see your phone's dead. If you just give me like a pinky promise that you'll pay me back." And I gave him a pinky promise, and so he called me this Uber, and we start talking because now I just have to wait for it. I'm like, all right, my night's over. I'm safe. I'm going to get back to my car. I'm going to go home. We're just talking for a while. His girlfriend starts talking to me, and she's like throwing a hissy fit about him texting like a Snapchat bot who was trying to elicit something out of him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, you know that's like a bot, right? And she's like, it doesn't matter. Why was he talking to her? It poses as a girl. Why is he talking to something that's being a girl?
Okay.
And she storms out. And I'm like, do you want to go get that? And he's like, nah. I got to see you home, dude. And I'm like, all right. I wasn't going to pay this guy back before, but I definitely am now. So he calls me and black in. I'm in front of it. Give him the pound. This Uber drives me back to my car. I sit in my car for a while, and I'm like, all right. Am I good to drive? Nah. I'm going home, though. So, because I'm like, I plug my phone in, I wait for it to turn on in the car. I was just going to charge my phone in the car and then be like, Theo, did they bring you home? Nope. They didn't bring him home. He's stayed overnight at the hospital. He just passed out there. So there's no one at his house, and it's locked. So I'd have to spend the night in my car anyway. I don't feel like doing that. I'd rather just die on the road. So I drive home. I wake up. I'm like, all right, time to go. I paid the kid for the Uber at like 3 a.m, and then I wake up at like noon the next day. Yeah, he's having fun over here. I wake up at like noon the next day. All of my money is gone. All of my money is gone. Not just the money I took out. And I was like, this is what I'm going to spend. If I need to spend, this is what I'm going to spend tonight. All of my money is gone. Hundreds of dollars gone. I am in the negatives for the first time in months. I'm like, what the and I found this out because I went to McDonald's. I'm like, I'm going to get like...
I got declined.
Yeah. I wanted to get McDonald's breakfast. The one thing, I'm like, I never wake up early enough to get the McGriddle. Yeah. I get the $2 breakfast sandwich with the app. Fucking, I cash in some points for a hash brown and like $1 coffee. It's like a $3.50, no money. Shit. So I go through my phone. There are so many people that I do not recognize in my Snap and my text logs. They bury the amount of people that I actually know. Like, what
That's how mine was.
So I start sending out mass texts. I'm like, yo, what's good? How was your night? What happened? Where did you end up? Because I need to start piecing this information back together. And I get like 2 responses. And Theo doesn't even text me back until like 4 days later. And I'm like, holy shit, are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm good, dude. I just don't know what happened. So I'm like, all right.
You probably lost a couple days like I did.
Yeah, so I had to... I ran around doing some deliveries because I just had to build my life back for the rest of the day and the next couple days because I had nothing.
Yeah, you turned into a big spender that night.
I guess. I don't know how. All right, that was my wild night.
We'll see.
Happy ChowderFest.